moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Seattle Seahawks.
Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
21-yard line.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's good.
That good for 22 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercises before this one, and they're paying off.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
At the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On second down, Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that point.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. This time, Wilson will throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Penny, a 1st down carry. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Wilson gets rid of it quickly, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 40-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. 12 yards there and a first down. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Wilson leaves this one with Penning. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. (3-0) after 1 on EA Sports.
Lions 3, Seahawks 0.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
For another Seahawks. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Wilson. That one complete to Hill. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone.
The Lions.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 20. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. He's going to air one out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Here's Hill on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
36-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. From the shotgun, Wilson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The 22 more yards there and another first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
You circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Philip Dorsett with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. This is Swift on the counter. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Cook. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 33 yards that time.
First down, Lions.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Left side, it's Dorsett. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking deep downfield. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Watch out for Hill on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Swift. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
It's a gain.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
At the Seahawks' 32-yard line.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They'll try it now with Swift. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. That's going to be caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Seahawks 21, Lions 10.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people misstep.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
At the 30-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 16. Wilson going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Forced out to his left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. There in coverage to knock it away, Marquise Blair.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Taken in at the 11. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change.
It's caught inside the 25.
They're not even trying
All
to
the
do it.
way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Pulls it in at the 13. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Get it!
A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Lions 17. Giorgio Tavecchio set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Rashad Penny. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try to keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 23 yards on the pickup, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Check 59, Mike is
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's Desmond Trufant. He's got daylight. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Vecchio to add the PAT. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score Seahawks 28, Lions 24. Giorgio to Vecchio set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drop. Plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. They'll start on the ground as Rashad Penny. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Jamie
offensively with the lead. You want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll run with Penny. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7. Wilson. They're going deep for Hill. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long. It's going to be a good.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Complete to
a big play there for Detroit. 48 yards.
And
there's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check right 27. Check right 27.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Operating from the gun. Wilson gets this one to Hill. And he goes out right around the 39. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Penny. Look at the spin. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 14-yard line. A terrific run there by Penny. 43 yards on the ground. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6 from the 10.
2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 35, Lions 27.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Today's final score.
So the victory here for Seattle.